So there's a heaviness that I feel, a level of uneasiness, because just globally, there's just a lot going on. And with this video, my goal is to help us feel a little less heavy, feel a little lighter on the day to day, just going through life kind of stuff, not eliminating heaviness that you might feel because there's still a lot of uncertainty. There's still a lot of chatter about what's happening on a global scale, what might happen, what's gonna happen, what needs to happen. And I'll be honest, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna say today. And I felt this is a travel day for me. I'm just getting home maybe about 45 minutes ago. It's a long day of travel. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, what do I want to talk about? Because nothing is coming to me. And I've committed to being here. But if I'm going to say something, I need it to be something worthwhile to me and to you. And it just feels trivial to come on social or whatever and say something with everything that's going on and something that just feels difficult or challenging. But I asked myself this question: what can I contribute in this moment that would be helpful, that would maybe make things a little bit lighter? And that always comes to connection for me, because what else is there? When it's all said and done, it comes down to connection, because that's what we have. I always said solitary confinement is a punishment for a reason. And that means that as human beings, we crave connection. So, how can we nurture and deepen the connection? This is what I can bring to the table. This is my lane. This is my lane personally, because it's the journey that I am on, and it's my lane professionally as a marriage coach, as a communication expert, as an intimacy coach. This is my lane. So this is what I want to offer around ways that we can lighten the load and increase the connection with our partners, with our spouses. Now, the things that I'm talking about, though, I would say are universal to relationships, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a family dynamic, family relationship, any relationship that you want to nurture. This slides right on in there, right? It is definitely applicable. But yeah, I the connection piece is important. Connection with creator or spirit or law, what God, whatever guides you in that vein. Connection to myself on that journey, connection to my husband, my family, my friends. Like, these are the things that light me up. And in the midst of the chaos, give me a center. And I imagine that for you, it can center you as well. And sometimes those relationships can feel off center. And so, what are just some simple ways that we can grab hold of that anchor and feel grounded in those relationships instead of kind of all willy nilly? So, I want to share that in this video. One thing I would say, or the first thing I would say, is grace and space. Grace and space. You see how it rhymes, it's easy to remember. Look, I am a big proponent of grace, okay? Because we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all sometimes need a minute, okay? So the grace part is, hey, you might feel a lot that's going on, stresses from work. You might have, you might, this whole, everything that's happening might make you feel stuck, right? You might feel stuck in helplessness. There's nothing I can really do, but this situation makes me angry, or it makes me upset, or it makes me sad, or, and I just want to do something, but I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. And so you feel stuck. You might feel stuck at work where you're not moving the way that you thought you were. You might feel stuck in a career. Like, look, I've done this for this long. I got to keep going, even though you can make a shift, but the idea is like, well, nah, I gotta do this. I gotta feed my family. I gotta provide. we have areas where we feel stuck. And what that can do in a relationship is make us snippy when we get home. We have less patience, all of those things. And even if we try not to, it's going to come out sometimes. I mean, I make having more patience and grace and space a default in my relationship, and it still comes out, right? Human. I am a human being. I am fallible, right? And so the grace part is when there's a mistake made, when somebody's a little bit snippier than usual, and you're like, this is not about me, right? Giving them grace to be like, okay, I know you're stressed, so I'm not going to take that to heart. I'm not going to take that personally, right? Do you need some space? And the other person, right, the person who's snippy, being like, hey, that wasn't my bad. That was harsh. It wasn't even about you. Let me take some space. So you give a little grace, you take a little space. Because we all need some time alone to be with our own thoughts, to process things, to decompress. Sometimes you don't want to even think your thoughts. You just want to decompress. And that takes space. And that is not something that needs to be taken personally in the relationship because someone needs a minute by themselves. I often see it taken personally. Even to me, sometimes I want to be like, I want to be all up in his stuff. I want to be all up in it. And he's like, not right now. I don't want to be by myself. Now, I'm not going to lie. I do get disappointed. Like, I was ready to not be by myself. But I have to honor the fact that you would like some space right now. You're dealing with something, you're processing, you just need a minute, you need to decompress. Giving the gift of grace and space in the relationship can lighten things up, make you feel a little better, right? In the relationship itself. And because things are so heavy right now on a global scale, right? We're talking about globally, and then we come right down, drop into your own home, right? So from that level, right on down into your own home, whatever you're dealing with there, reminding yourself to give your spouse grace and space, and also to give yourself grace and request space is a game changer. Okay, so that would be the first thing that I would say in deepening our connection, in making these little lighter in the home when things feel heavier. The other thing I would say is just listening, right? It depends. Everybody's different. Some people are not as much of a talker. Some people process a little bit more quietly. You know yourself. You know where you land in that vein. But we have a tendency to not listen to each other and to just let someone talk until it is our turn to speak. It's like, oh, okay, you done? Because I've been waiting. I was already formulating the things that I wanted to say while you were talking. And so I'm not really listening to you. And I know we've heard the term active listening, which is a real thing, to be able to really hone in on what someone's saying, to be clear about what it is they're saying, ask for clarifying questions if you need to clear something up or something was confusing. Just be in it with them and not kind of rush past what they're saying, to really be in that moment with them. And that putting that into practice, also a game changer, because then you don't even have to do a lot of heavy lifting. You just have to listen. And that usually means you're locked in, you're paying attention, you're clarifying where you need to clarify, but you are presenting as if, oh, I care what it is you have to say, and vice versa, right? This is reciprocal. You want to get that back to, you want to receive that. And so listening without waiting your turn to speak, because that's not listening, but that is what most folk will lean towards in conversation. And sometimes people just need to vent. Sometimes people just need to get it out. It doesn't have to be a tit for tat thing. It doesn't have to be like, oh, you vented, so now I have to vent. No, if one of you is feeling it, that's who's venting, and the other one's a listener, and that's the role you play in that moment, and that's okay. So yeah, grace and space, listening, deepening our connection. I would say the other thing is Be present. I know we talk about this a lot. We talk about being present. I feel like that's a phrase that's out there, and lump it in with a lot of other phrases that we use. So, self-care and all of that, it still has meaning, but it's when it's used so much, it starts to get watered down. And what I say is you just have to decide what it means to you, right? If it's used so much that it feels like, well, what does this even mean anymore? It really doesn't matter. What matters is, what do I feel it means? How do I define it? Right? That's where I go anyway. And that's an important place to go. So being present, let's talk about it. I talk to couples all the time who are like, man, I just want some device free time. And I'm like, okay, look, we're really attached to our phones. It's not our fault. Society has created this bubble in which we have this computer in our hands at all times. We use it for everything: the calculator, the GPS, the translator app, okay? The app you have for your finances, what all the apps, all the social medias, we're just on it. All my elder millennials out here, us too, you know what I mean? Because we were right there in the boom. We're addicted. We're scrolling. But at the end of the day, it to have 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes if you're feeling froggy without your device where you're connecting with your partner. And just don't we just I we don't need to overcomplicate this. Connection doesn't need to be overcomplicated. Being present is just device free time. That can mean, like, okay, if you get up and you're having coffee together, then your phones aren't in your hands. You're just being present. Let's act like it's 1999. Okay. Prince told us to party like it was 1999. Let's do it. So, put the device down. Don't even do that thing where we like put it on the table face down, like, oh yeah, I'm good. I put I'm good. See, I'm not, it's face down. But then a little notification will go off, and then you just can't resist the urge of I just gotta look at it. Sometimes it's even automatic. I watch my husband do this sometimes. It's just automatic. Like he's not even thinking about it. And so just put it away, put it in another room, put it in a basket on the side. You can you can just be with each other. You can go to bed at night. This is a prime time where couples are scrolling through their phone. You can go to bed at night and just have a moment, have a cuddle moment, listen to 2 or 3 songs. That gives you a few minutes while you're winding down without your devices. It doesn't have to be complicated, but those quote unquote small gestures, device free connection moments have such a big, huge impact in feeling connected to another person. And in the midst of everything, feelings of helplessness, feelings of uncertainty on a wide scale right now, because it's always chaotic, but right now the chaos is being thrown at us. That those moments of connection can mean even more, can be needed even more. You know what I'm saying? So be present, grace and space, listening, being present. And that really moves into have some fun. Have some fun. It's crazy how we become adults and it's like, do we remember how to have fun? I feel like we do. We have fun. But then life is life, and adulting requires a lot. There's just bills to be paid, taxes to be done. Like none of this sounds fun. Just mail to open. It's just groceries to shop for. It's just not. It's pickups and drop offs and all the things. It's not like, ooh, yay, we have all this responsibility as opposed to when we were kids and our responsibility was to have fun and also, do well in school. And that was pretty much it. And then you become an adult and you have children. So we have to be more intentional about having fun a lot of times. And whatever fun is to you. But again, don't complicate it. Don't overthink it. Don't make it out to be more than it is. Having fun can be as simple as, okay, you brought your kids to the park. Okay. And instead of being like, yeah, okay, y'all go play, and you scroll on your phone on the bench, or if you have little ones, walking around with them, there's swings there. Swings are probably the only thing that adults can fit on at the park. Go on the swings. Do a little swinging. It just, I love to swing on the swings, okay? Simple thing. At the park. Go for a walk. And also, you won't have your device with you. Most likely, if you're going for a walk, put those things in your pocket, turn it on vibrate or silent, or put it on do not disturb for a little bit, because I like do not disturb. Okay, side note, because you can have certain people bypass the do not disturb. So like my dad and my husband can bypass do not disturb, but everybody else, you're not disturbing me, which is the point. So you don't have to feel the babysitter, like those kind of things you can put, they can bypass. But other than that, you put your phone on do not disturb, go for a 10-15 minute walk. You know, you can play music, and this is going to sound so corny, but I actually watch a couple do this. I follow this couple. They couple, there's a family, there's two kids, and they live in where they live. They live in Costa Rica actually. And they have this challenge where they're going to dance their way through 2026, 365 days of dancing. They put on music and they dance. They're actually chronicling it, I guess, maybe to hold them accountable and those kind of things. And yeah, but like music, it's kind of a universal language. It's fun, it's a vibe. You can create the vibe with the music that you choose. Put on some music, do a little dancing. You can make it a routine at the end of the night. When you're cleaning up and the kids are in bed, put on a little music. There's another couple I follow that have headphones. They're wireless headphones. So when they're cleaning up at night, they put on the same song, but instead of, playing it and having to turn it down because the kids are asleep, they're actually playing it in their headphones, which I think is so dope. I loved it. But that's fun. So they're making something that's usually boring, which is cleaning up. They're doing it together and they're having fun. So have some fun, right? I see so many people with houses who have those basketball hoops outside of their garage doors. I'm like, and I feel like they go unused a lot of the time. They were a good idea when you bought it. You were like, yes, and then they're going unused. But if you have a basketball and a basketball hoop, go shoot some, play horse. Go out there and have a good time in your own driveway. It's usually in the driveway or near the garage door, and shoot some hoops. Make some baskets. Have some fun. Whatever that looks like for you. And I feel like this is a bonus one. It's just to express, and then you could do this right now. Like, right, you could pause this after I say it, and I'm gonna have to wrap it up after this one. But you could pause it after I say, you could do it right now. You could do it, after the video is done. Maybe wait, it's not a lot of time. Wait till the video's done. But ultimately, showing, sharing. Okay, I'm not gonna showing because they're kind of synonymous in the way that I'm thinking about it in my head. Sharing specific appreciation to your partner, to your spouse, because there is nothing like somebody seeing you. That's really what it is. I will shout this to the rooftop. This is one of my top. When they have couples have been married for like 57 years, and they'll be in an interview and they'll ask them like, what's your secret? How did you do it? And they have a lot of things to say. But I very rarely hear anyone saying, and I know they do this, I appreciate my spouse and I tell them. They know how I feel about them. Like, I'm not gatekeeping, I'm not playing games, I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm like, man, thank you. This really helped me out. Or I give them a look and they know. Like, it's because when somebody shares that they appreciate something that you did, something that you said, how do you feel? Like, sit with that for a second, just in the moment. Like, you might not remember the last time somebody did this, or maybe you do. If you can, great. Pull on that real life example. But just think about times that someone has said, oh my gosh, thank you. Your words completely changed how I thought about this, and I needed that. Or thank you. When you picked me up and took me to the grocery store after my car broke down, I was breaking down. And I cannot thank you enough. Like, you saved me. I just thank you for your kindness, how thoughtful you are. You feel seen. And that's what connection is ultimately. We all want to be seen. And so if you are texted, put it on a post it, write it in a little card you got from the dollar store, say it before bed, is a little pillow talk, whatever. But share something that you truly appreciate with your person about what they did, what they said today. I will shout that from the mountaintops. Doing that, I can see my husband's face shift when I share something. It's not formal. I don't say, sit down. I want to tell you all the things that I appreciate about you. What? It's just an everyday regular conversation. Hey, I was thinking the other day when you did blah blah blah, I really appreciated that. Like, that was so thoughtful. Like, you know what I mean? He just planned a whole birthday for me. I showered him with all the appreciation and gratitude for the effort that he put in for my birthday. So, yeah, that's my bonus one. Specific appreciation. So, grace and space, listening, presence, fun, appreciation, bam. These are ways that we can deepen our connection. If 5 things feels daunting, pick one. Just pick one. Because in these times, we need to feel something. And we ideally need to feel something good: joy, connection, peace, love, caring, feeling seen, all of that. So hopefully something resonated, like, oh, I'm going to try that. If you're going to try any of these, let me know in the comments below which one you're like, okay, this one I'm going to do. I'm in a space where I definitely want to find a way to deepen connection. So yeah, that's what I got for y'all today. I know y'all heard me slip in that my husband put in a lot of effort for my birthday. That was just a few days ago. And I am going to try my best to work on like a mini birthday vlog. I think I might put it in the shorts because I taped everything this way vertically. So I probably will put it in the shorts. It probably won't be in long form. But yeah, don't quote me. That's my plan, Stan. I don't know when it's gonna come out because that requires some editing. But my plan is to put it out into like a little mini vlog in the shorts here. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, and if you're in a space where you really are wanting support, guidance, you're really ready to deepen your connection, deepen your relationship, have better communication, and all of the things that make your marriage feel good, then meet me in the description. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. If this kind of conversation about how we can deepen our connection with self and with our partners in the midst of the inevitable change, transition, and challenges that life will bring us, because life be lifing. If that is your vibe, please subscribe, because I would love to continue this journey and these conversations with you. And yeah, thank you so much for listening, for getting this far. I truly hope that something resonated with you, because, like I said, I was struggling to figure out what to talk about today. And also, I know that I was going to talk about something because I've made a commitment to myself to show up every day, no matter what. Tired, hungry. I'm hungry right now. Tired, hungry, all the things. I made that commitment to myself and to you. So here I am. But I really hope that what I had to say felt beneficial today. So yeah, I am going to see you tomorrow.